Hello everyone, this is your favorite English teacher Soroosh, and this is part 7C of Book 1, 3rd edition. Happy New Year! Let's talk about the New Year. When is New Year's Eve in your country? Is it an important celebration for you, your family, or for the whole nation? Write your answers down. All right, very good. Now, New Year's Eve. Want to remember or want to forget? Okay, so I need you to read the three stories and tell me who had a great evening, who had an okay evening, and who had a terrible evening. There's no rush. You have all the time in the world. Read it. I'll be waiting for you.
A few moments later.
Awesome. Now let's read them together. Mina. This was last year, and I went to a hotel with some friends. It had a restaurant on the top floor, and that's where the party was. We got there at about 11 o'clock. About half an hour before midnight, I realized I didn't have my phone. It was in my car. So I took the elevator down to the parking lot. I found my phone, and then I got back into the elevator. I was the only person in it. But then, between the third and fourth floors, the elevator stopped completely and I couldn't get out. I pressed the button and asked for help, but a guy said there was an electrical problem and I needed to wait. Then, a few minutes later, I could hear people outside celebrating. It was awful. I didn't get out almost until 1 in the morning. And on top of it all, my friends didn't realize that I wasn't there. Uh-oh. Okay, now let's talk about Andy. I'm a DJ, and this happened to me a few years ago. It was my first time at a New Year's Eve party, and I planned all the music really carefully. I knew exactly which tracks I was going to play. The first part of the night was fine, but just when I thought it was time to start the countdown to midnight, I saw that people were all at the bar, not on the dance floor, and the TVs were on. On the screens, I could see fireworks. I looked at my watch and I realized it was about 2 minutes slow. I really felt stupid. I bought a new watch the next day. Okay, now we're going to talk about Jenny. Okay, so Jenny says, I had a fantastic New Year's Eve in Iceland in 2013. First, we went to a really expensive restaurant for dinner. It was early, about 6, because that's when people have dinner in Iceland. I wore a fantastic dress, but after dinner, we got a taxi back to the hotel. And I put on boots and a warm jacket. Then we went out and watched the amazing fireworks. Suddenly, at about 10, everyone went home to watch TV. There's this famous TV show they always watch on New Year's Eve. It was really strange. The streets were empty for a little bit, but then just before midnight, people came out again and danced and sang till about 5 in the morning. It was incredible. All right, so you can see Jenny had a great evening. Andy had an okay evening. Mina had a terrible evening. You did well for the first part. Great. But you're going to read one more round. Read the stories again. Complete the sentences with A for Andy, J for Jenny, or M for Mina. Again, this is your gig.
12 seconds later.
Check your answers with your friends. So, number 1, okay, Jenny was outside at midnight. Number 2, Andy didn't know exactly when midnight was. Number 3, Mina was alone at midnight. Number 4, Andy was at work at midnight. Number 5, Mina heard the celebrations but didn't see them. And last one, Jenny was surprised by something people did. Very good. But I have another exercise for you about this reading. Just one more. Follow me. All the way to grammar. Simple past, this time irregular verbs. In the previous chapter, we talked about regular verbs, ed. Do you remember? Yeah. So now we're going to talk about irregular verbs. For example, look, buy, bought. Okay? So again, look at the stories and write the past tense of these verbs. You can also stop the video and do it, or do it with me. Can, okay? What is the past tense? Could. Listen to the rest. Your turn.
7.14 Buy, bought.
Can, could.
Come, came.
Feel, felt.
Find, found.
Get, got.
Go, went.
Have, had.
Know, knew.
Put on, put on.
Say, said.
Sing, sang.
Take, took.
Think, thought.
Wear, wore.
Well done. Now, these are some of the irregular verbs. My smart friends, listen.
7.15
I went to Iceland in December. I didn't go to New York.
Did you go to a party? Who did you go with?
Okay, so look. Buy, positive past, bought. Negative past, didn't, and the base form. Didn't, and the original form, didn't buy. Come, came, didn't come. Feel, felt, didn't feel. Find, found, didn't find. Get, got, didn't get. Go, went, didn't go. Have, had, didn't have. Know, knew, didn't know. Put on, didn't put on. Say, said, didn't say. Take, took, didn't take. Think, thought, didn't think. Wear, wore, didn't wear. Okay, just as easy as that. All you need to do is to just do it exactly as the list. Now, there is a big list at the end of your book if you have this book. All right, very good. Now, let's see what you got. You can also take a screenshot from this page and look at it while you're doing the exercises. Let's practice. As always, we have two exercises. So in the first part, correct the information using the word in parentheses. For example, she put on a coat. No, she didn't put on a coat. She put on a jacket. Just like the example. For next one, complete the text with verbs in parentheses and the simple past. All the verbs are irregular. Okay, so last New Year's Eve, I go becomes went. Again, this is your gig. And for the last part, you need to write questions in the simple past. For example, did you go out last night? No, I stayed at home. 3 exercises. Stop the video, take your time, do it yourself. Okay, check with your friends, do it together. Learn from each other, teamwork. Okay? And if you're ready, well, let's do it with me. Number 2, she didn't wear a red dress. She wore a blue dress. I apologize. Number 2, I didn't come home early. I came home late. We didn't go by train. We went by bus. Number 4, he didn't say hello. He said goodbye. Number 5, you didn't have a sandwich. You had a salad. And number 6, he didn't know her last name. He knew her first name. Knew her first name. No, knew. Okay, last New Year's Eve, I went to San Francisco with some friends. We had dinner at a Chinese restaurant, and at 10 p.m. we took a taxi to Union Square. We were there for an hour, and then we went to the water, maybe the beach. We could see the fireworks very well, and we had a great time. We got home at 4 a.m. We felt tired, but we were very happy. Okay, now the last part, the questions. Okay, did you go out last night? No, I stayed at home. I wore jeans. So what is the question? What did you wear yesterday? Where did she buy her shoes? She bought them in Paris. And what time did you get home? We got home late. As easy as that, just like simple past regular verbs, but the irregular verbs change. You cannot add ed to them. Go, have, got. Okay, so I need you to write went, had, or got from 1 to 6. Test yourself. No rush, I've got your back. Just test yourself. Yeah? And if you're ready, let's see. Number 1, I went to a hotel with some friends. It had a great restaurant on the top floor. We got there at about 11. I had a fantastic New Year's Eve. Number 5, we went to a really expensive restaurant. Number 6, we got a taxi back to the hotel. Okay, you're not bad, but let's go pro. And now for the ultimate test. Go, have, get. Okay? For example, number 1, look, go for a walk. This is the go part. This is the get part. And this is the have part. Okay? I need you to match the pictures with the phrases. It's your turn. Take your time, stop the video, and do it yourself. After that, check with your friends. Learn from each other. Teamwork. If you don't have teamwork, you won't win. Teamwork. And now, listen and do it with me.
7.16. Go. 8. Go by bus. 1. Go for a walk. 5. Go home. 10. Go out. 9. Go shopping. 2. Go to a restaurant. 11. Go to bed. 7. Go to church. 3. Go to the beach. 6. Go back. 4. Go on vacation. Have. 15.
Have a car.
12.
Have long hair.
18.
Have breakfast.
14.
Have a drink.
13.
Have a good time.
16.
Have a sandwich.
17.
Have a sister.
Get. 20. Get a newspaper. 23. Get a taxi. 19. Get an email. 21. Get dressed. 25. Get home. 22. Get to the airport. 24. Get up.
All right, very good. Now I need you to write sentences with these phrases and compare your sentences with your friends. All the way to part 4, listening. Congratulations, you made it so far. Now you're going to listen to Denisa from Slovakia. And she's going to talk about a memorable New Year's Eve. Where was Denisa at midnight? Listen and answer the question.
7.17.
What was your best ever New Year's Eve? One you always remember.
Oh, definitely 2014, when I was in Rio.
Who were you with?
I was with my boyfriend, Marcelo, who's Brazilian.
Why was it so special?
Well, Brazil has special traditions for New Year's Eve, and they were all new for me. For example, it's a Brazilian tradition to wear white clothes for New Year's Eve, because white is a symbol of peace. So I wore a beautiful white dress that Marcelo's mother bought me. I have a photo somewhere on my phone. Yes, here, look.
How pretty. So what did you do?
Let me think. Well, first, we had a typical New Year's Eve dinner with Marcelo's family. And then, I guess it was about 10, we got a bus to Copacabana.
What was the atmosphere like there?
Oh, it was amazing. The streets were already full of people. We went to a show at a place near the beach. It was great. And we danced the samba.
Wow. Were you there at midnight?
No. When we saw it was almost midnight, we went to the beach, and the typical countdown started, 10, 9, 8, Happy New Year! Everywhere we heard the sound of people celebrating, and we watched the wonderful fireworks.
It sounds great. What did people do when the fireworks finished?
Most people went to other parties, or they went home.
And what about you?
We decided to go to a different beach, a beach called Praia do Arpoador, and we took our first swim of the new year. It was magical.
All right, very good. So tell me, where was Denisa at midnight? Well, Denisa was on the beach in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil. Okay, now you're going to listen again, and if you know the details, you can write them down. Tell me what she says about people and things. For example, Marcelo, white clothes, Marcelo's mother, dinner, Copacabana, a show, almost midnight, a swim at Praia do Arpoador. I'm very bad with names. Okay, so listen and take notes. And by the way, note-taking is very important for TOEFL. All right, so practice well.
7.17.
What was your best ever New Year's Eve? One you always remember.
Oh, definitely 2014, when I was in Rio.
Who were you with?
I was with my boyfriend, Marcelo, who's Brazilian.
Why was it so special?
Well, Brazil has special traditions for New Year's Eve, and they were all new for me. For example, it's a Brazilian tradition to wear white clothes for New Year's Eve, because white is a symbol of peace. So I wore a beautiful white dress that Marcelo's mother bought me. I have a photo somewhere on my phone. Yes, here, look.
How pretty. So what did you do?
Let me think. Well, first, we had a typical New Year's Eve dinner with Marcelo's family. And then, I guess it was about 10, we got a bus to Copacabana.
What was the atmosphere like there?
Oh, it was amazing. The streets were already full of people. We went to a show at a place near the beach. It was great. And we danced the samba.
Wow. Were you there at midnight?
No. When we saw it was almost midnight, we went to the beach, and the typical countdown started, 10, 9, 8, Happy New Year! Everywhere we heard the sound of people celebrating, and we watched the wonderful fireworks.
It sounds great. What did people do when the fireworks finished?
Most people went to other parties, or they went home.
And what about you?
We decided to go to a different beach, a beach called Praia do Arpoador, and we took our first swim of the new year. It was magical.
Very good. So Marcelo is her Brazilian boyfriend. She wore white clothes because it's a Brazilian tradition. And Marcelo's mother bought the dress. Okay, and they had a typical dinner with Marcelo's family. And they got a bus to Copacabana. And they went to a show at a place near the beach and danced samba. And when it was almost midnight, they went to the beach and watched fireworks. And the last part, they took their first swim of the new year at another beach called Playa do Arpoador. Very good, not bad. Now, tell me, would you like to spend a New Year's Eve in Rio? Is there anywhere else in the world that you like to spend it? Talk about your plan and explain it to your friends. It's headphones time. My friends, can you complete these questions? Take your time, there's no rush. And if you have done it, well, check with your friends.
7.18. 1.
What year was it?
2.
Where were you?
3.
Who were you with?
4.
Where did you have dinner?
5.
What did you wear?
6.
What did you do before midnight?
7.
What did you do at midnight?
8.
What did you do after midnight?
9.
How was the weather?
10.
What time did you go to bed?
11.
Did you have a good time?
All right, very good, everyone. So you're going to talk about a memorable New Year's Eve, okay? About your life, of course. Write your answers to these questions. Okay, now speak with your friends, okay? Ask questions. For example, what year was it? Where were you? Speak it up with your friend. And that's the practice for today. Everybody, thank you very much for watching. If you have a question, you can comment down below, or you can use the channel's WhatsApp link to speak to me directly. You can download the slides in the description part as well. And please, if you learn something, teach it to your friends. Teach it to your community. Be a value. All right, that's it for today, I guess. I have nothing more. And New Year's coming, so I hope you have great plans for your future. I need you to plan everything. Set goals, not wishes. Goals, and achieve them with your hands. Bye-bye.